Everything you know about Valentine's Day might be wrong. Pause for a moment and think. Is Valentine's Day really an innocent day celebrating love and romance? Or is it a ritual with much older, darker, and unknown roots, manipulated by history? Today, couples exchange flowers, chocolates, and gifts. But thousands of years ago, this day was celebrated with bloody festivals and wild rituals. Love letters were replaced by strange messages written on animal hides. Women were whipped for fertility and prosperity. So how did such an odd tradition become a symbol of love and romance? Is the connection of Valentine's Day to Saint Valentine really true, or is it a fabricated story? And most importantly, does Valentine's Day truly celebrate love, or are you unknowingly just a cog in the gears of a global commercial machine? The truth is far different from the story you've been told. Now, if you've subscribed to the channel, we're diving into the dark history of this day together. Have you ever thought about the real story behind Valentine's Day? Is this special day really a celebration of love and romance, or is it just a part of a massive marketing strategy? The origins of Valentine's Day are rooted in the beliefs of the Roman Catholic Church and began as a holiday declared in honor of a clergyman named Valentine. For this reason, it is known as Saint Valentine's Day in some cultures. However, in the modern world, Valentine's Day has become an event commodified by global marketing techniques. This phenomenon can be seen as a product of the culture industry. So, what is the real face of Valentine's Day? By exploring the hidden meanings and history behind this celebration, we'll uncover whether Valentine's Day is just a marketing game or if it holds a deeper significance. On this journey, we will take a deep dive into the historical development of Valentine's Day, how it has become commercialized, and whether it truly symbolizes love or is merely a marketing game. In ancient Rome, the Lupercalia festival, celebrated every year on February 15th, was held to purify the city and increase fertility. During this festival, priests known as Luperci would sacrifice goats and dogs. Using strips made from the skins of the sacrificed animals, they would lightly strike women, wishing for fertility and purification. It was believed that this ritual would enhance women's fertility and ensure safe childbirth. The origins of Lupercalia trace back to the myth of Romulus and Remus in Roman mythology. The festival's name comes from the Lupercal cave where the she-wolf Lupa, who nursed the twins, lived. This pagan festival clashed with Christianity and was eventually banned. It is believed that some elements of Lupercalia inspired modern Valentine's Day celebrations. However, the bloody and sexually charged rituals of Lupercalia are quite different from the romantic theme of today's Valentine's Day. Was Saint Valentine truly a champion of love, or is he just a figure constructed by history? According to some stories, when Roman Emperor Claudius banned young men from marrying, Valentine secretly wed couples. This was said to be a great sacrifice for the sake of love. However, there is no clear historical evidence to support this story. In another legend, while Valentine awaited his execution in a Roman prison, he fell in love with the blind daughter of his jailer and wrote her a note saying, "From your Valentine." This is often cited as the origin of Valentine's Day cards. But did this really happen? Or is it just a romantic fabrication? Furthermore, there isn't just one Saint Valentine who died on February 14th. There are several. In fact, the Church is not even sure which one is the true inspiration for Valentine's Day. So the question remains, was Saint Valentine a hero of love, or just a shadow adorned with legends? In the Middle Ages, before love became an affair exclusive to the nobility, romance and chivalry became intertwined. During this time, love letters and romantic gestures gained value like never before. Knights, with the concept of fighting for love, began writing impressive poems and letters to win the hearts of the aristocracy. This tradition was one of the most important elements strengthening the roots of Valentine's Day. Great figures like Shakespeare and Chaucer helped popularize the celebration of Valentine's Day by presenting love as a romantic theme. Chaucer, in the Canterbury Tales, described Valentine's Day as a day where love and celebration went hand in hand. Shakespeare, by bringing romance to his plays, turned this special day into a cultural phenomenon. Among royalty and aristocrats, love became more than just an emotion. It became associated with status and power. Knights elevated love to a grand level through the poems and dedications they wrote for noblewomen. This began to be mimicked by the common people as well. As a result, love in the Middle Ages became not only an emotional but also a cultural force. This force helped shape Valentine's Day into what it is today. From the Renaissance to the present, Valentine's Day has not only been a celebration of love, but it has also increased the power of commerce, becoming a global phenomenon. Especially with the Industrial Revolution, Valentine's Day transformed into a massive industry that blended both romance and consumer-driven cultures. With the Industrial Revolution, production processes sped up and trade routes changed. The commercial aspect of Valentine's Day was revolutionized by the postcard industry. By the mid-19th century, postcards specially designed for Valentine's Day became popular. These cards became not only a way to express feelings, but also a means of connecting people to brands and commerce through artists and marketers. Now lovers were conveying their love not just with words, but also with visuals. Another evolution of the commercial side of Valentine's Day was the rise of the chocolate and flower industries. Especially in the United States, flowers and chocolates became indispensable gifts for this special day. Heart-shaped boxes of chocolates became one of the iconic gifts of Valentine's Day. The increased demand for flowers during this period turned florists into a full-fledged industry. Flowers became an essential symbol of Valentine's Day, representing emotions. Flowers and chocolates were not just symbols of love, they were powerful tools of trade and marketing. Today, it seems there is no place where Valentine's Day isn't celebrated. Every year on February 14th, people around the world buy gifts, have romantic dinners, and participate in various events to express their love. This celebration holds significant commercial influence not just in the Western world but globally as well. Restaurants, gift shops, florists, and online platforms create special campaigns for Valentine's Day, generating a multi-million-dollar market. As a result, although Valentine's Day originally emerged as a celebration of love, it has now become a celebration centered on commerce. Symbols of love, such as flowers, chocolates, and postcards, are driving this commercial frenzy, which grows bigger every year. Is there a mysterious world behind Valentine's Day? Throughout history, this special day has not only been a celebration of love, but has also been at the center of countless conspiracy theories and mysterious beliefs. Many people claim that hidden forces lie behind the seemingly innocent celebrations of Valentine's Day. So, does it really carry such deep meaning, or is it just part of a Christian conspiracy? Is Valentine's Day actually a Christian conspiracy? According to some conspiracy theorists, the origins of Valentine's Day are rooted in pagan rituals practiced in the Roman Empire. Many argue that the association of February 14th with Saint Valentine, symbolizing love and affection according to the Catholic Church, was actually a strategy to suppress ancient pagan rituals and spread the Christian faith. Some theories suggest that this special day was designed as a form of cultural manipulation to replace old pagan holidays, such as Rome's Lupercalia festival. How do secret societies and mystical groups interpret Valentine's Day? Secret societies and mystical groups see Valentine's Day as much more than just a celebration of love. Ancient beliefs associate this day with deep spiritual rituals centered around love and passion. Some esoteric groups claim that Valentine's Day is a ritual time for strengthening love and spiritual unity. According to these groups, February 14th is not just a time for physical connection, but also for establishing a spiritual bond. From this perspective, Valentine's Day is seen as a journey to discover the secrets of love. The global popularity of Valentine's Day is driven by strong economic forces. Culturally, this day is viewed more as a major commercial opportunity than as just a celebration. Florists, gift shops, and chocolate manufacturers have turned Valentine's Day into a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity. Beyond that, the frequent media attention Valentine's Day receives has contributed to the reinforcement of a culture based on romance and consumerism. As love turns into consumption and outward displays, real emotions and relationships are increasingly neglected. This highlights the powerful economic forces behind Valentine's Day. In conclusion, the historical and cultural origins of Valentine's Day are complex and sometimes mysterious. Conspiracy theories, mystical interpretations, and economic factors are among the key elements shaping this special day. Perhaps this day is much more than a celebration of love. It is a mysterious, controversial crossroads where trade has gained power. The meaning of Valentine's Day may have changed over time, but ultimately, you have the power to define what this day really means. Setting aside flowers, chocolates, and cards, what is the true essence of this day? Is it really about celebrating our feelings for our loved ones, or are we simply following traditions, advertisements, and consumer culture? No matter what perspective you have, Valentine's Day is essentially an opportunity to celebrate love. However, this opportunity shouldn't transform into a consumer-driven celebration. In its true sense, this day should encompass not only romantic relationships, but also friendships and the love we have for ourselves. Maybe we should use Valentine's Day not just as a day for couples, but as a time to establish sincere connections in all of our close relationships. This can go beyond being just a day of love. Is it possible to create our own romantic traditions? Traditions can change. Not everyone has to celebrate in the same way. Creating your own rituals for Valentine's Day can be a free and personal approach. A small gift that holds meaning for you, a heartfelt note you write, or simply spending quality time together can show love in a way that breaks away from conventional celebrations. What truly matters is not the external pressure, but how you and your loved ones feel. Do you think Valentine's Day is truly romantic, or just a consumer trap? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. This is actually a question everyone should ask themselves. Valentine's Day can be an opportunity for people to strengthen their emotional bonds. But at the same time, we can also view it as a marketing tool. Flowers, chocolates, gifts, these are all parts of marketing. So, what do you see as the true meaning behind this celebration? A romantic gesture, or a consumer-driven trap? The answer you give to this question can completely change what Valentine's Day means to you. You can share this video with your loved ones. Thank you for listening. You can support me by subscribing to my channel and liking the video. See you soon. Goodbye.